dying on us. We're gonna try and continue from here. I managed to just lower the graphics setting a little bit. I think that is enough. So we're gonna continue. Adjusting my microphone slightly here. Alright, we're up. This is the base. Hopefully, we'll just have to deal with hold on. Darn these headphones. I'm not actually using the headphone audio, I'm just... Okay. Alright, let's go. Okay, I left the rover down there. What happens if I try to bring it with me? Oop. Oh wow, there's fog on the helmet. Still a beautiful game, honestly. Alright, we're doing it.
Status? What's new?
Well, nothing really. At least not in the last 5 seconds, sir.
Right. Thank you.
Okay, so they start shooting at me. Okay. Ah! Darn it again! What just happened? He was doing fine. Oh, for pity's sake. Alright, one more time. We'll have to help it once we get up there, because apparently... I can only imagine somehow the rover is rigging this, but I don't know why. Yeah, let's just skip past this. Okay. Come on, we can do this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this part is normal. It's just gonna take a second. Come on.
Yes?
Even if you're absolutely right and this planet is to blame, that doesn't make the Alliance our allies. We must be careful when dealing with them. First, observe them from a distance, and only then take action.
Won't they take me for one of their own? If I'm riding an Alliance rover, maybe I can enter the camp without arousing any suspicion. And then I'll decide for myself if I want to come out.
That's a risky idea. Sooner or later they'll realize that the driver belongs to the Commonwealth. And instead of asking questions, they'll start shooting. Anyway, you'd have to know their internal codes. If they see you but don't receive any signal, they'll immediately become suspicious.
Right. I'm just trying... Hey, what was that?
I've set up a warning signal. Now you're near enough that they can see the rover.
The rover's hidden.
You've yet to find a convenient hideout for yourself, from where you can see their base.
Does that mean it wants me to backtrack? Is that what it's asking for? Because there's not a ton of other places I can go. Okay, it's not letting me go there. Oh, oh, oh! What's happening? Let me loose. Come on. Don't do this. Oh, no. Well, oh, goodness. It is just one glitch after another today. We're gonna find our way past this one way or another, but... Come on, come on, come on. Well, I really do like this game, but today it just does not like me.
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Even if you're absolutely right and this planet is to blame, that doesn't make the Alliance our allies. We must be careful when dealing with them. First, observe them from a distance, and only then take action.
Won't they take me for one of their own? If I'm riding an Alliance rover, maybe I can enter the camp without arousing any suspicion. And then I'll decide for myself if I want to come out.
That's a risky idea. Sooner or later they'll realize that the driver belongs to the Commonwealth. And instead of asking questions, they'll start shooting. Anyway, you'd have to know their internal codes. If they see you but don't receive any signal, they'll immediately become suspicious.
Right. I'm just trying to think of something. Hey, what was that?
I've set up a warning signal. Now you're near enough that they can see the rover.
I'm really just trying to find a way of working with the game here.
Okay, the rover's hidden.
You've yet to find a convenient hideout for yourself, from where you can see their base.
We're gonna try and go through this sequence again, just because I really want my choices to properly be recorded, but we'll see.
Some object is flying over their base.
Can you tell me more?
It's 20 meters high. It has an upright silhouette, and it looks like a balloon.
It could be a balloon.
And that doesn't surprise you?
Not everything that flies needs jet engines. What markings does it have?
RB1. What does it mean?
It's an ID number. Denotes an advanced scout balloon. How far from you is it?
Around 400.
Not as far as I would like it to be. Might have you within camera range.
Truth be told, the reason the game's crashing might be because my processor is not like a 6
I think I'm too far away. I headed into the open area.
Don't panic. Since no one's interrupted us, I'll assume they haven't located you yet.
It's a field base. Multi-module. For about several dozen people. Rather well equipped. There's lots of transporters here.
I'm not surprised. Missions with a large crew, transport modules were an integral part of the field camp.
Remind me, how many crew members were they supposed to send on the Invincible?
Over 100.
Great. They have a second antimat. As if the first one wasn't enough.
Is it active?
Probably not, but Proton alone knows.
What about people? Can you see anyone?
Not yet. I see someone.
Just one?
For now, yes.
Is that all?
I think so.
Then please keep going. You can assume that their equipment has already detected your presence. Or it will soon enough. There's no point in further postponing the inevitable.
Still, I'm glad that I stopped. I feel better knowing that there's no heavily armed military waiting for me there.
Me too, Doctor. Me too.
Oh wait, that's right. Oh hey, you leave footprints. I wish I could put this up to full thrust, but it's gonna crash.
Too bad I don't have a white flag.
Come to think of it, what would happen if I just maxed out the frame rate? Frame limit. 60 frames a second. I'm just curious what'll happen.
We'll most likely lose contact soon. So let me be clear. Won't be easy to gain their trust. Things can go wrong, even if you can prove that you came to them of your own free will. If there's an escalation, remember one thing. I'll do everything in my power to negotiate your safe return to the Commonwealth. Worst case scenario, we'll opt for a prisoner exchange. Until then, please cooperate with them. And during the interrogation, don't resist. Astrobiologists generally do not possess information that's sensitive to the Commonwealth. At worst, you'll give away the details of our last mission. Of course, it'd be better if that didn't happen. But I know their methods of interrogation, and in all fairness...
Astrogator, you're forgetting that I want to talk to them. As one human to another, not as enemies.
I hope you're right, Doctor. But even if we disregard decades of mutual enmity, we must keep in mind human nature. Homo homini lupus. Just because you want to talk to them doesn't mean they'll listen. I'd rather expect they'll be asking the questions and you'll be answering them.
Alright, we're gonna try left.
Access to the base is protected by a force field.
If these are Dirac emitters, and I'm sure they are, nothing will get through. Is there an opening from the other side?
I'll see. Since we have no idea what's going to happen, I want you to know that you were always a fair commander, even if you were quite strict. I guess what I'm trying to say is...
Please, stop, Doctor. You can tell me when you get back, in person. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Alright. We're gonna play it safe. We're gonna drop the rover, climb the hill, see how things go from there. Easy now. Come on, we can do this. There's no reason to flip out. There's no reason to flip out. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. Okay, I'm risking it. Easy, 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 easy. We're okay. We're okay. Okay, we're just gonna leave the rover behind for now. No need to crash. We're doing fine. Everything is fine. Everyone's okay. Everything's cool. Easy, easy, easy. All right. We're getting. Whoa. Yep. That screwed it up. Whew. This is one night. I should move that over there. Okay. So, putting it at high graphics may have been too much. Alright. We're just gonna down that to line. Settings. Let's consider quality. I'm gonna up the frame. It's a little frustrating, but I do like a good experiment here and there. And
Yes,
the
sir.
initial startup.
Yes?
Even if you're absolutely right and this planet is to blame, that doesn't make the Alliance our allies. We must be careful when dealing with them. First, observe them from a distance. Only then take action.
Won't they take me for one of their own? If I'm riding an Alliance rover, maybe I can enter the camp without arousing any suspicion. And then I'll decide for myself if I want to come out.
That's a risky idea. Sooner or later they'll realize that the driver belongs to the Commonwealth. Instead of asking questions, they'll start shooting. Anyway, you'd have to know their internal codes. If they see you but don't receive any signal, they'll immediately become suspicious.
Right. I'm just trying to think of something.
Okay, I can't go that way. It looks like the pathing is leading that way, but I guess it's not.
Hey, what was that?
I've set up a warning signal. Now you're near enough that they can see the rover.
Ooh.
Okay, the rover's hidden.
You've yet to find a convenient hideout for yourself, from where you can see their base.
Is this not the hideout? Is that not what... The way he phrases that is a little odd to me. Whatever. Alright, here we go. Balloon antics again.
Some object is flying over their base.
Can you tell me more?
This was more amusing the first couple of times.
It's 20 meters high. It has an upright silhouette. And it looks like a balloon.
It could be a balloon.
And that doesn't surprise you?
Not everything that flies needs jet engines. What markings does it have?
RB1. What does it mean?
It's an ID number. Denotes an advanced scout balloon. How far from you is it?
Around 400.
Not as far as I would like it to be. Might have you within camera range.
Is there supposed to be a way to spy on the base without me going directly to it? Because I feel like I have to go directly to it. I mean, am I crazy? There's nowhere for me to climb up or anything. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not risking that again. That ended badly last time. Okay, every time that happens, I'm starting to feel a tear. So, frame rate back down to 60.
Shit. I think I'm too far away. I headed into the open area.
Don't panic. Since no one's interrupted us, I'll assume they have...
It's a field base. Multi-module. For about several dozen people. Rather well equipped. Has lots of transporters here.
I'm not surprised. Missions with a large crew, transport modules were an integral part of the field camp.
Remind me, how many crew members were they supposed to send on the Invincible?
Over 100.
Great. They have a second antimat. As if the first one wasn't enough.
Is it active?
Probably not, but Proton alone knows.
What about people? Can you see anyone?
Not yet. I see someone.
Just one?
For now, yes.
Is that all?
I think so.
Then please keep going. You can assume that their equipment has already detected your presence. Or it will soon enough. There's no point in further postponing the inevitable.
Still, I'm glad that I stopped. I feel better knowing that there's no heavily armed military waiting for me there.
Me too, Doctor. Me too.
Too bad I don't have a white flag.
Alright. Again. I wonder how many dozens of times I can do this. We're going.
We'll most likely lose contact soon. So let me be clear. It won't be easy to gain their trust. Things can go wrong, even if you can prove that you came to them of your own free will. If there's an escalation, remember one thing. I'll do everything in my power to negotiate your safe return to the Commonwealth. Worst case scenario, we'll opt for a prisoner exchange. Until then, please cooperate with them. And during the interrogation, don't resist. Astrobiologists generally do not possess information that's sensitive to the Commonwealth. At worst, you'll give away the details of our last mission. Of course, it'd be better if that didn't happen.
Astrogator, You're forgetting that I want to talk to them. As one human to another, not as enemies.
I hope you're right, Doctor. But even if we disregard decades of mutual enmity, we must keep in mind human nature. Homo homini lupus. Just because you want to talk to them doesn't mean they'll listen. I'd rather expect they'll be asking the questions and you'll be answering them.
Access to the base is protected by a force field.
If these are Dirac emitters, and I'm sure they are, nothing will get through. Is there an opening from the other side?
I'll see. Since we have no idea what's gonna happen, I want you to know that you were always a fair commander, even if you were quite strict. I guess what I'm trying to say is...
Please, stop, Doctor. You can tell me when you get back. In person. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Again. We're gonna find the right combination here, one way or another. I feel like upping the frame limit was important, but we'll see in another minute here. Doing it, okay. Slowly. Alright, so far adjusting the graphics settings and keeping the same frame rate is working.
How odd.
What?
There's no one here. Nobody.
Impossible. Even if there aren't many of them in the camp, someone would have noticed you.
I'm not blind, sir. There's really no one here.
Could be some kind of trick.
Not a living soul.
Better for your safety if they make the first move. If you really don't see anyone. All right then. Enter the base. Just slowly, with your hands up.
So I'm having to be cautious here because it's required for me to navigate the story, but it's also necessary for me to not crash the game. So I guess it kind of works. Our satellite. We could commandeer this thing if we needed to. And there's this blast thing.
I'm going. What have I got to lose anyway?
Your life, Doctor.
Eyes on the thing. It's not trying to kill us. Okay. Alright. Yeah, this place is a proper ghost town. Whatever happened to us is probably what happened to them.
I'm going in.
What's with all this fog? What is this even supposed to be? More than one entrance. Okay.
Clear.
We have liftoff.
For now. I can't hear anyone either.
Hello. Article verification. 2 editors so-and-so responsible for scanning all this article tarnishing my good name and diminishing my scientific achievements. I politely ask for rectification. of the article Dying of the Sun, a Scientist's Threat, on pages 9 and 10 from the 5th issue of the science periodical Young Astrophysicist, published in the current year. In the text appear not only fundamental mistakes of scientific nature, but also inappropriate quotations of my hypotheses delivered at the last Congress. I enclose a correction. According to my mind, the authorship Dr. Bowser, not Bowser. Research. Bowser, like the pups from Hololive. I don't know if you guys know this, but Fuamoko, I like those two. They're cute. My favorite is Shiori, but I also really like Narissa singing. But the two of the pups, they're doing great. I'm really happy for them. Try playing Super Fuamoko 64 if you get the chance. Very fun little fan game. I hope they do join up with Hololive Indie. Anyway, during my cosmic voyages, I acknowledge that the time of hydrogen burning out in stars depends on their mass, but this phenomenon applies to all stars and ours. However, we would try to enchant the laws of physics is located. That's grammatically incorrect. You're not supposed to start this sentence with an and. Isn't located, and nothing implies that it would be located outside of this phenomenon's range. What is my hypothesis then? In the future, all hydrogen fuel in the sun's core will burn out. A sphere of hydrogenic fusion will expand until a temperature drops below 10 million Fahrenheit. The core itself will shrink. Ashes from the hydrogenic fire will serve as fuel, allowing a second round of fusion reactions to begin. It will lengthen the life of the aging sun by a few hundred million of years. However, it is certain the sun will turn from a yellow dwarf into a red giant star, which should increase its size, if not necessarily its mass. A gravitational pull towards Venus and Earth will decrease. Thus, the mentioned celestial bodies will succumb to distancing themselves from the star, and as a result, they will be somewhat rescued, but the mighty red sun will yet be able to consume Mercury before dying. I guarantee, based on my research, that the statement voiced by me about the sun living as a main sequence star for 10 billion years, that its existence began 5 billion years ago and will shine for 5 billion more, is true. However, it is not a, as we read in the opinion of so-and-so editor, threat based on labile hypotheses, baloney, and the pipe dream of a renowned seeking. They misspelled seeking doctor of astrophysics sciences, serving an emotional well-being of human species. You know what? I have problems with this editor just because he doesn't know how to spell things. Evanescence. I guess evanescence exists in this timeline. Just kidding. It's a process touching everything and every being in the universe. It also touches transfixed in the success aura of their unrefined writing and popularity editors of science and periodicals. My respects, Dr. Bowser. Postscriptum, a lack of reprint with the correction and a submission of apologies will force me with the purpose to protect science and my person to take legal action. Okay, so this guy was explaining how the sun has a set lifespan and will eventually burn out, and he doesn't like the fact that the people in the editor were suggesting that he's insane, and I guess there were people experiencing emotional distress with the concept that the sun will burn out, but that's the thing that's going to happen. We know about this in our world in modern times. At the time that this was written, maybe that was a more controversial concept in the scientific community, but I can't say. Summary of quarterly research. Empiric research and simulations conducted throughout the last quarter led our team to the following conclusion. Every kind of matter may become a black hole. A black hole may trap light using the force of gravity. We accede to the thesis that the existence of an object such as a black hole is a consequence of the general theory of relativity. A black hole may absorb a star even the size of the sun. The star's consumption, or in other words, the star's dematerialization, is accompanied by the flash of matter coming from inside of a black hole. Kind of reminds me of that one scene in Interstellar. The scope of intensified verification, the object of our intensified research throughout the next years will be a singularity, a small point of a huge mass present inside of every black hole. In our team's opinion, it is a place where every law of physics is being broken. Ooh. So that does sound interesting. You'd have to get a hold of an actual black hole, though. Don't know how you're going to do that. Well, maybe they could do it in this timeline. It's very interesting and whatnot. Closest thing anyone has in the real world to something of that nature will be the Hadron Collider. Forget where that is, though. It's over in Germany, maybe?
Moving on. It's still quiet. It's eerie.
This speaks less of a...
Everywhere, just empty.
It's baffling. Who abandons an entire base?
Maybe they went back to the Invincible. If something in this base or near it...
Ah, darn it ran through the text. I was trying to listen to that. I didn't think running through would do that.
I'm at the central module. In the headquarters.
You walked in, just like that.
Yeah? The doors were open.
Unbelievable. Just unbelievable.
Map data.
Record of their mission. Each step, location, units, including dates.
I'm all ears.
Day 0, landing place. Their main ship's in sector AQ-28.
The Invincible? What? They didn't move?
Seems so.
I'll try to track it down. Please tell me what else is in there.
Well, like us, they became interested in the ocean. They got there on the 7th day.
Quite late.
Guess they weren't in a hurry.
So they're on an exploration mission too?
Before setting up this base, they were stationed not far from here. But seemed very determined to reach this area. They dug a vast system of tunnels.
When did they finally get here?
On the 15th day of the mission. They conducted research and during excavations found... you won't guess. Metal structures.
So we had no chance to outrun them.
Yeah. And they were already at an advanced stage of works when we were still in orbit. On the 24th day, they sent a convoy north to the sector. Oh, to the sector where I found Gorski.
You suspect they went after him, having detected his signal?
Oh, surely they could detect him. They could have detected all of us. But would they really do something about it?
Well, for some reason they left their base. I'm assuming that has something to do with it.
Or if they had something to hide, that might explain their urgency. Ditching all that equipment.
To me, it sounds like they encountered the same phenomenon that this team encountered, and they were just getting the heck out of there with what resources they could, since they didn't know what was going on. But these people were foolhardy enough to set up an entire base with a great deal of weapons and resources, so maybe that's expecting too much of them.
In the end, they sent a convoy to a neighboring sector.
So, that was their last move?
Well, there's no information about their return. Maybe I'll find them there.
Highly probable. Do you know what the current day of their mission is?
They left on the 25th day. That's all I know. Well, I can't back out now. I have to follow them.
Well, it's your decision. Although I admit I'm also starting to wonder what you'll find.
People, Astrogator. They must be somewhere.
I'm sending a satellite. Soon I'll have an image of the area where the ship landed. We'll see if the Invincible's still there.
I'll continue to search their base.
What is that? A train? Convoy? Alright, whatever. Nifty. Okay.
I'm at the control station. Several units can be controlled from here. I wonder which.
Okay, I guess.
I got the feed. But I can't get it to move. It's got a weak signal. Must be too far away. Damn. One's unavailable.
Probably out of reach, or they took it.
A view from above. It's a flying probe. I'm betting it's the one that detected my presence.
Can you extract data from it?
Sure. Never too much data. Especially in the current situation. I just need to find a place to land it.
Carefully. This is so cool, honestly. I am just really loving everything that goes into this.
I landed the probe. Gonna check it in a spare moment.
No wonder I had to turn down the graphics. There is so much happening here. No dice. Another one. All right. Still no signs of activity. Oh,
They've got a device for intercepting alarm signals. There isn't much of it. Single record.
death?
Poor guy. He's dead. Waited help for over a day. Critically low blood saturation. He died of hypoxia. At the time of his death, he was...
Yasna, is it necessary? This information will no longer
somewhere
help
near the
anyone.
city. 18561.
754. Yes. Skorsky. I'm sorry.
You lied to me. You lied how he died.
I knew you would blame yourself.
Well, of course I do. I could have saved him. Left him in that fucking tank. Why didn't you let me?
I made the right decision, Yasna. Given the circumstances and our knowledge at the time, there was a high risk your sacrifice would kill you both.
Fuck. We let him die.
No, Yasna. As I said, I made the call, not you.
It would be easier to think so, but I can't.
I would just let it take the hit on that one. Information, people think information is a more superfluous influence than they realize most of the time. But you base everything you do off of what you know will and won't happen to an extent. Alright, climbing the ladder.
One more thing. I realize we still need to work together. So, I'll submit my reports as usual. But that doesn't mean everything's fine.
Understood, Doctor. I appreciate your professionalism.
Yeah. Switches, and the lever. Okay, pull the lever. Ah, force field clear. Which means whoever's in there now.
Force field's down. I open the passage. We can follow the convoy route now.
When you're ready, Doctor.
So, whoever was in there...
One more minute,
is probably going to be upset.
and our satellite will be over their ship.
Assuming so.
Now we're lucky. Clouds are low.
Oh, at least something's going in our favor.
Fortunately, their ship's not here. Neither there, or...
Are you still looking?
Not here either. Ah, bingo.
Yes?
Found it. They're still on the planet. Didn't fly away.
Good to know. Thank you.
I guess we gotta catch up with them. Okay, so we just went in a circle. Alright, let's get out of here. This room is worrying me because of that red color. I don't know, it might just be me paranoid. Paranoia is a very useful thing to have when you're exploring foreign worlds. Because you don't know what anything is going to be. You only assume. Okay, don't die on me now. I can feel the stutter. You're okay. Doing fine. Hello.
First images from this area. If it's been flying long enough, it may store important information.
Collectible cards. Oh, here we go. Alright, picture of the base. Nice. Hey, that's us. That's nifty. Oh, it saw us on approach.
It photographed the moment of my arrival. I'm on the slides.
We already know that. Is there something else?
No, the base is empty. The probe must have just started recording. Okay, finished. That wasn't much of it, really.
We gotta find a way to get. Ah! Christ! That's unnerving. Look at this thing. Wait a minute, how did this get here?
The silhouette I saw.
Yes?
It's just a robot.
What's it doing? Oxygen tanks. Was it trying to bring oxygen to someone? Was it trying to bring oxygen to Gorski? it's not doing anything now. We're gonna be here. Okay, well, it feels like we've got a good thing going now, and it's not crashing on us, so that's. So when it comes to Gorski, he kind of had to leave things as it did. You know how you're on a plane and they tell you don't help other people, help yourself first? It's the same concept. Oxygen isn't something you can go without, especially when you're traveling a foreign world. You can't breathe the atmosphere at risk of strange metal plants messing with your psychic functions or whatever.
Status? What's new?
Well, nothing really. At least not in the last 5 seconds, sir.
Right. Thank you.
Can I climb on top of this thing? Yes, not. Where am I trying to get to from here? This is where I am. That's the convoy pathway. I want some field-based too. Well, we should definitely explore this place a little more, because we're not going to be able to later. What is this thing, actually? Storage container? It was moving until just a minute ago. What happened? Did we cause it to stop moving? No. Let's rumble. I'm just really hesitating because I don't want it to crash. Crash on me, don't crash on me. Come on. Convoy path is back that way. That's enough. Hold on.
Yes, sir? Everything's all right?
Yes, yes. I just need a moment to think.
As soon as you find something.
I'll report it. No worries, sir.
Better not to go down there too soon. That sun is beautiful. Even in slightly lower resolution. There's an anti-man down there. I'm not too keen on getting too close I guess signaling that probe ultimately didn't do much, other than give us the opportunity to see that we could signal the probe. No! 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 Come on! No! Ah! Well, send and resort. Flew too close to the sun. Hello. Hold on a sec, folks. I just see in the dark what I'm doing here. Alt tab. I think we may just need to close that a sec. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Pop. Not now. Still weary souls, no more tales to tell. Build the world of our world as it sinks into twilight. Right up on the wind, eternity waits for you gently to close your eyes as you dream of a morning light. What is that song? Yeah, that's great. Yeah, what's happening with this? No connection. Is my VPN causing trouble? Let's reload. There's a cat outside. Why do you have no connection? Love is blind, even if It's been all over you. It's a beautiful day. Don't let it get away. It's a beautiful day. Trust me. Take me to that special place. Believe me. I know I'm not a hopeless case. What you don't have, you don't need it now. You don't have, you can feel somehow. Don't have, you don't need it now. You don't need it now. It's a beautiful day. Don't let it get away. It's a beautiful day. Don't let it get away. Trust me. Take me to that special place. Believe me. You know, I can listen to music while I'm waiting for this. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Play. Wait, no, stop. I feel like we're having a problem here. This is mostly turning into a tech support demo for this game. I mean, I don't really mind. It's what I do for a job. I just fix people's computers. adjust my headphones here. Okay. Let's bring that a little bit closer to our face. There we go. Files validated. Let's play. I really don't want to have to go through that sequence again. All the frequent crashes we've been having, it's honestly amazing that it's been keeping up as well as it has. It says it's uploading, but it's not giving me a progress bar. I don't want to stop playing. It was going so well. Well, it was working. Sort of, kind of. Goodness. What is this no connection? Okay, I'm risking it. We're doing it. Ah! Come on. Ah! Oh, thank God. Okay, you know what? I can get some beef jerky. Hold on. need to retake my headphones here. So, incidentally, I'm actually using two sets of headphones that are taped together. One I use for audio, one I use as a speaker. Or microphone, I mean. If you're asking why I'm doing that, well, I was trying to save money by getting the speaker set headphones. And then it just turned out it would be less money to buy a second set of headphones that didn't have a speaker, so I could get better audio when I play games. Honestly, maybe it would have been better if I just gotten a wired headset with a speaker on it together, but I didn't, so that's where we are. Anyway, part of the speaker set headphones were broke off a while back. Here it is. Now I have to tape that, or else it's just dangling everywhere. You know, I'm getting a piece of beef jerky. I was originally going to eat dinner like around now, but I'm just really enjoying the game. Okay. Did it record my interactions with this thing? It didn't.
The silhouette I saw.
Yes?
It's just a robot.
I feel like you should be doing a little bit more with this thing than saying just it's a robot. However. Oh! And then restart. Come on. We can do this.
The silhouette I
I'm
saw.
trying to do too much at once.
Yes?
It's just a robot.
Okay, I gotta relax. Relax. there's any advantages to just not saying anything in this game. Because we were having our communications intercepted, sure. Okay, this is the emitter. Where are we going?
Status? What's new?
Well, nothing really. At least not in the last 5 seconds, sir.
Right. Thank you.
Kind of want to go to field base too. Would it allow me if I tried that? I am asking for so much free freedom, and I can barely do anything without this game crashing. It's worth it though. Stay with me now. Do this. It says to do that, but I really want to see if there's... Oh. Well, I guess we don't have a choice after all. Alright, fine. Here we go. Oh, oh, oh. Easy. Rumbling, rumbling, it's coming. Rumbling, it's coming. Rumbling, rumbling, it's coming. Oh, easy. Keep feeling the tears. I don't want it to crash.
I'm leaving the base. Going after the convoy. Down you go, oh bright sun. Time to let the night in. For my legs are heavy and field is not inviting. Legs become too heavy, hands become too weary. Down you go, oh bright sun. Night is not that scary. Hide behind the dark woods while we're running barefoot.
Okay, I'm off screen here. There we go. And left is the convoy path. And right is the path that the convoy didn't take. So... if they both end in the same place... I'm gonna go right. Best not to go too far off the beaten path. Hello! That looks special. What is that? That's a spaceship! That could be our ticket out of here. Oh, we just hit pay dirt.
Con buddy. Astrogator, one of the robots moved away from the perimeter. It stands all by itself. On a distant hill. It's active, I guess. Doesn't it know how to get back?
Do you think it's worth investigating?
I guess everything's worth investigating now.
We'll get to you in a second, pal.
Yes? Anything new?
You're damn right, something new. A saucer. If it's operational, it could be my chance to leave this planet.
Yes, it can work. I'll assist you if needed.
No. Okay. Oh, easy. Come on. Stay with me. Hello. How do I get into this? Whoa. What was that? What was that? What's happening here?
I'm climbing it. I really hope it starts.
Hey, darn it. Eat. Here.
I'm inside.
Okay.
Right. The engines are functional. There's a vertical thrust. Hey, that's a good sound. This could actually work. Okay. Time to take off.
Oh my god.
So far, so good.
We're doing this.
Saucers in takeoff position.
Are you able to increase altitude?
I'm checking. Shit. What's going on? The warning lights are activating and the saucer's not lifting at all.
That doesn't necessarily mean anything bad. Ascension requires maximum power. Just give the engine some time. Okay. Let's check the controls.
Everything's fine here. It steers smoothly. Oh, wow. What a perspective. To see the same terrain from above.
Oh, I'm having to be careful here.
I can see the entire riverbed. Hey. What are you...
What happened?
I didn't do anything. The saucer suddenly dropped and crashed into the ground. Shit! The generator cover must have cracked open.
Evacuate immediately. There's no chance it'll fly again. It's a good thing it failed this way. Could have been considerably worse.
So much for hope.
Don't worry. This is just one of their sources. I'm sure you'll find another, fully functional.
Honestly, from a writing perspective, I didn't expect this to work, but, you know, I just really want Yasna to be okay. She's having a rough time. And I just keep imagining, how would I feel if it were me, you know? Okay, well, it's tracking the machine. Oop. Gotta be careful every time I feel the tearing. Can I climb up here? Hopefully that thing isn't gonna try to kill me. I don't think it will, because this isn't that type of game. But we'll find out. see. Okay.
Attention. Human in danger. Attention. Help needed.
It's broadcasting a message. One of their people is in trouble.
Sounds suspicious. Did they go away and leave someone behind? Doesn't add up.
Robot, do you understand me? He's not responding.
The robots are called Arctans.
Ah. Arctan, answer me. Over.
I confirm. Over.
Oh, you can talk to them after all. Arctan, lead to the human in danger. It worked. The robot moved.
The sun going down?
I'm at the spot.
Oh.
Astrogator, we can't help this man anymore. He died a long time ago. Surprisingly long.
So this is a reference to the comic that also can be purchased as part of the game.
I found his journal.
Anything of importance in there?
Let's find out.
Today the command woke us up and called us for an off-schedule rally. For most of the astrogator's speech, I did my best not to lose attention. I took note of the change of plans, that is, landing on some Revis or Resis. Anyway, what do I have to say? I'll be home later than sooner, and that's it. Well, but then when the command explained something else, my stomach twisted and I started thinking about breakfast. Eggs and bacon, not a kingdom, but an entire star constellation for bacon and eggs. Hunger does funny things to a person's mind. Regis 3. Floated like a helium balloon, the chamber serviceman, whose name I have deliberately forgotten, instructed me between the lines that we were to land on a planet called Regis, precisely Regis 3. 4 days before landing, wanted to take the guys from the control room against the grain, and I brought up the subject of our landing on this Regis. I asked for their opinion on it, and that's it. I took the rap. I got caught up in the stream of grudges they have against the mechanics, as if we were responsible for every fault in the history of the Condor flights. According to their probe data, Regis is mostly wasteland, so I'm not surprised that we have so many volunteers willing to repair the screwed up drive. First of all, any job is better than staring at a blind spot. Secondly, when you do something, you at least have the impression of impacting anything. I don't understand this person's purpose on the trip. 2 days. I didn't get into the noble group of repairers. I don't want to cite the arguments of the command. I know my qualifications I'll be doing what I can on Regis 3, which is counting the goddamn grains of sand. 1 to a million. 2 days before landing, as soon as I return, I report readiness to change the unit, maybe for something smaller, never mind, it's already decided. They checked that Regis 3, there couldn't be a worse place to stop. There is nothing here, literally. You could drink yourself to death out of boredom. Our people were a little taken aback, or even surprised. They are now sitting and talking. Here we are. The command sent a signal to headquarters, like landing on Regis 3 completed, a type of sub-Delta 92 desert planet. We are making landfall on the second equatorial procedure. I hope we won't be here for long. Oh man. That's a death flag. Whoop. Never mind, excuse me. Put that back. And try this. Scientists say that the composition of the atmosphere here allows you to breathe quite easily without a helmet, but just not for too long, an hour maximum, a few. So exactly how many? If I had performed estimations in my tasks this way, we would have fallen to pieces a long time ago. This repair has been taking them long. Repair. So the scientists started drilling in the ground to examine this, and that, after all, no one will forbid us, and a man is able to do a lot for a sense of agency. I overheard 2 of our guys talking about resources today. One calmed down the other, the one who always spreads panic in the crew. I drew a conclusion for myself from this, and it's quite possible, and it's quite positive. With our water and food supplies, we certainly won't starve to death. That means I'm pretty sure I'll be able to relieve Regis 3 before we've used up less than half of our pantry. So, they thought things were going well. Once there was life, not anymore. They drilled successfully, found remains, probably reptiles, whose bones raised many questions, and apparently there are also strong radiation spots. So scientists don't know why things got tense. Why did life die on Regis? The theses and hypotheses guys usually don't tell us, the mechanical Gus, much. Okay, so he was a mechanic. We also usually ask little in the name of the principle, not our business. Today, however, we all, as one man, are waiting for the convoy sent in the morning to return with answers. So far, we've got nothing. Our biologist also went into this convoy, a very factual and kind man. We call each other by name. His dog is named Pegasus, and this man approaches everything, literally everything, with such, I don't know how to say it, sympathy. Empathy. One of the two. During the night, only one stupid Arcton made a noise and got us on our feet. I thought I'd give him a kickback. It occurred to me, however, that it would be as stupid as flying with a whip into a downpour. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. It's derogatory. I would assume it's negative in some sense, but I don't really understand the metaphor. Or some other mindless force that has taken its toll on us. 13th day. Silence, silence, silence. Or maybe they're not telling me something. I have to change this unit when I return, and that's it. One letter, one stamp, they can bite me. What am I even doing? Why do they come to this planet? Because it's my job to follow orders, have no doubts, and make sure that a delival nozzle doesn't come loose or we'll all die miserably. It's starting to come apart. Oh, hey, they have a spacesuit for the dog. 16th day. They call back. The command's already telling everyone very openly and directly that something is not quite right with this place, and it needs to be examined right on time. They're transferring the team that went to the water to a new place. I'm starting another round tomorrow. Take a lot of heavy equipment, and suddenly they realized they needed a decent mechanic. An order's an order. They say you have to fly, but I also want to. I want to. 18th day. Saucer fell to the ground. I'm injured, it seems quite badly. I hardware is failing and they have no way to send an SOS. I'm hot. Writing this to... Who am I writing this for anyway? They're looking for me. I'm part of the crew and the crew doesn't leave anyone behind. It won't be easy for them because of the current state of communication, or rather the constant lack of it. Oh, it will be looking like a grain of steel in oceans of screeching. They promised they would look. I can't sit around and wait for death to find me. First I have to move from here. I met a friend. I mean, he met me. He will help me. I don't know if he'll survive, if I'll survive in the end, but at least I'll try. I'm exhausted and talk to the robot. No, I mean, I'm resting and talking to a friend. As they taught us in training. Huh. My friend and I are making significant progress on the Regis, although we are moving slowly due to my broken bone. But for example, today we found the best use for abandoned military machinery you can imagine. An anti-mat turned out to be an excellent shelter from the night down, which also appears in the comic. Man adapts to new conditions so surprisingly quickly. Now that I look at myself, I think it's our greatest evolutionary advantage. Scientists would applaud me. Pain, suffering, difficulties, handicaps, wars, cataclysms, with the specter of death on our shoulders. First it scares us, breaks us down, and before we know it, becomes our bread and butter. I will die here. Not that I'm giving up or losing hope. I am realistic about the situation. I don't blame this place. Nobody invited us here. A few days ago, I saw, or I thought I saw, signs of an irrational struggle. Explosions in the distance, which is a very clear sign that our people are here. We haven't entered the eye of the cyclone, and now we are shooting at it with a cannon. No, we have entered, excuse me. I imagine if I was given another life, another chance, a little more time, I'd be fixing, not rockets or weapons, I would fix my own and others' mistakes with my tin friend. Maybe these worlds would work a little better, then I'd be a really good mechanic. So much for the people I knew, the remains of conclusions, some nervous sketches lie like them scattered on the sand. I have no strength to collect them today. There's a lot here. Once bloated as a helium balloon, the chamber serviceman whose name I have deliberately forgotten now lies a few meters from me. He got smaller, shrunk, darkened. I'm staring at this small, shriveled body, trying to see my companion, and I'm honestly trying to remember his name, but I simply can't. My friend and I found more bodies. I looked through the inventory of people I knew with great distaste. Turns out you can get used to it after all. My headache and nausea didn't let me sleep today. My friend arranged to sign those guys' notes. Still, if anyone is ever going to find us, I'd like to be more than bones and chewed up soap. Bones and chewed up soap? Chewed up soap, what a phrase. Among the sick and the bodies that my friend and I found, there was no biologist whom I called by his first name. I'm glad. I imagine that the dog Pegasus is also very happy when his master appears at the door of the house. Oh, so the dogs didn't die. That's nice. We are the ones to blame, no one else. Hot meal day, first in weeks. Eggs and bacon were waiting for me in the storm-damaged shack. Fried eggs and bacon. I can die. I don't want to, even though I'm already very tired, but I can. There's hope. We made contact. One of our crew members, a mechanic guy, is alive. Safe and sound, ready to get us out of here. If I understand correctly, built or found some kind of shelter. I don't know if my friend will be able to friend for me. He needs minor repairs himself. All these days made their presence known, and they gave him a rusty time. I'll take care of him as soon as we're safe. We will try. Well...
Some personal notes. Nothing useful to us.
You tried, buddy. You tried. Ugh. I'm constantly trying to avoid the tearing. we should bring this guy with us. Yeah, fun. That's the same balloon. I guess we're not that far off. The color changed. How odd. I wonder if that's just so meant to make it match the comic a little more. I thought the sun was going down. I guess it was just a change in the atmosphere. Something. Well, he had a last meal. That's better than most people get.
Yes, sir? Everything's all right?
Yes, yes. I just need a moment to think.
As soon as you find something...
I'll report it. No worries, sir.
Anything else up here I want to deal with? Nah, let's get out of here. Well, the saucer was exciting for a few minutes at least. Okay, this thing keeps moving without our direct input. I'm not saying I dislike it, it's just a little concerning. I'm constantly trying to be aware of the tears. Cool looking saucer. What have we here? Where am I? Digging site, huh?
I've driven into a side location. They were very active here too. Obtaining research material from the walls surrounding the valley. Cutting out blocks of rock.
Were they performing geological research?
Not necessarily. In these blocks, there are inorganic objects. Solid, metal, sharp-edged lumps.
That was a weird sound effect. That song's rubbing off on me. This could be another type of that metal plant we saw before. Okay, this is the basic apparatus they use for moving the rock. I'm trying to get more of these samples. Can't imagine what they're for, though. Oh well. Acramian monograph. 2 years of research, the team of cosmoetnographers and cosmoarchaeologists, working under my guidance, drew the following hypotheses regarding the inhabitants of the sixth planet of the Zeta of the Lyra constellation, Serand 1. They were conscious and humanoid beings with technological type of civilization and machines fueled by radiant energy. They built both automats, specialized in cooperating with their constructors, and primitive automats, simple but easily adaptable to harsh environmental conditions due to their highly specialized homeostatic mechanisms. The species was well acquainted with the sublight astrogation, as indicated by remains of its spacecraft found on surrounding planets. So astrogation is space travel, I guess. The debris, however, under the influence of passing years and unfavorable astronomical conditions, was reduced to individual metal plates and platinum crates, which we think performed the function analogical to our computers. The conclusions regarding the civilization of Serand 1 inhabitants are drawn only on the basis of these remains, since about 7 billion years ago, Serand 1 was scorched as the result of the neighboring nova explosion. The globe sank into the nova's chromosphere for several thousands of years, during which the temperature intermittently reached or even exceeded 10,000 degrees. Being affected by such extremely unfavorable conditions, the rocky foundation of the crust has deformed, oceans have evaporated, and there was not a single trace left after the civilization. However, the remains found on neighboring planets let us draw a hypothesis that the inhabitants of the Lyra constellation just before the nova explosion had sent rescue spacecrafts to other globes of Lyra in order to save not only their lives, but most importantly the civilization itself. We haven't found proof of any specimen of this species surviving until our time, and all of our knowledge about Lyra inhabitants is based mainly on hypotheses and speculations which, on the lack of more evidence, will probably never be confirmed nor disproved. Okay, so this is expanding on the lore of the Lyra civilization, which Yasna was talking about earlier in the game. This has nothing to do with anything going on here, though. I don't know why they were suddenly talking about that. Well, guess we'll have to keep going.
This mission drags on so much. Sometimes I think you're gonna take off without me, Sam.
Don't count on it, Doctor. I'm not going anywhere.
What's the metal detector bring up when I try to scan this thing? Nothing special. If we die out here, observations are about the only thing that may survive. So I'm gonna keep recording everything I say. It's over here though. Is this just back the way we came? What is this? Yeah, that's back the way we came. Alright. Where's this go? Oh.
My legs feel really heavy.
Give yourself a moment to rest, Doctor. You certainly deserve it.
Okay, so we went south, and that revealed some other stuff. We're going north. Those are some big tire treads.
Well, I've got to the place where they were digging. It's hard to miss. They set up a huge machine at the center. It must weigh thousands of tons. The ships that brought all of this must be...
Gigantic, yes. The Invincible surpasses any of our units, even the largest orbital stations. In my opinion, it's a bit excessive.
Gives me the chills just knowing it's not far from here.
Well, maybe you won't have to see it at all.
Just hold together. Oh. I'm not going in yet. Yes.
The excavator has a massive work area. They had photos of the site in the database, taken before they started digging. It's unrecognizable. Inside, there's a structure. Yes, a metal one. Similar to the ones on the surface. But these are completely hidden underground.
I love a game that lets you be like a scientist on a alien planet. This is Pigment. It's pretty great.
There's also a couple of smaller cranes here. In comparison to the Colossus, they look like it's pups.
Yes, I got it. They have big machines. Pass. Now, how far to that convoy?
Oh, not far. Even if I make a few stops, it won't take long.
Someone was in here.
2 modules were placed nearby. The first one looks residential.
Somebody came in here and left shortly afterwards. Why don't these footsteps go anywhere? Handprints. Someone was stumbling through here. Took off their boots. Backpack.
The second one is a mobile laboratory. They excavated a lot of different objects, in terms of shape and size. I tried to arrange them somehow, to classify them.
Were they successful?
It looks promising. If they had spent a little more time, they would surely have come up with something.
And yet they gave up all efforts.
What's that? More footprints. What happened? They brought this rock in. Doing something. Okay, so they didn't remove the roots, they just kicked off all the dust from it. Maybe the rest of it just didn't leave a mark after it was blown away. Trying to make sense of the text here. Metal structures were examined in terms of the following: electric current, magnetism, radioactivity, polarization produced by them. The solids showed none of these properties. None of those properties? New magnetic field producing structures have been discovered. They are larger and taller than the others, and they do not corrode. Interesting. What are these footprints? The footprints only lead inside, but they don't go that far.
One step at a time, Yasna. One step at a time.
They keep doing this. They keep just coming in here and leaving footprints. Then they leave. The pink. Are you serious? Instead of